Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Sitting here in my semi-borrowed office, which is also the family library book room. It's chilly, there's no carpet, so it's the cold of the floor. Just got home from church. Kind of having a rough night, but not as bad as usual. I've got my nose thing going on still, still putting my CBD oil on that. I have noticed, though, even with my sinus headache, if I take an extra dose of my CBD, I'm good. I've got to remember not to expect results immediately because, like with anything, it takes time to get built up in your system. Once it's built up, then it seems like it just kind of about maintaining that buildup. I'm going off from gluten and sugar. It's only been like 3 days for the gluten, and I'm already just wondering, when do I start feeling better? The sugar, on the other hand, that one I'll be starting tomorrow because I had a gluten-free brownie today and that had sugar in it. Those are the two main things I've noticed that cause me excessive amounts of pain. And I believe it's not necessarily the pain, but it's the inflammation that they cause. I have thyroid issues, and I've read that a gluten-free diet can help with those issues. And of course, because our thyroid gland and the gland in the brain that controls thyroid both have CBD receptors on them, it makes sense that taking this particular oil will only help boost those. Not every day is going to be a wonderful day as far as the business goes. I'm going to have ups and downs. I argue with Mom a lot about, I help her with her business, and now, of course, I'm an affiliate, so I've got my own to run. But that's why I'm kind of doing these brief videos, because I think I have a different method of contacting people than my mom does. My mom is all about passing out business cards and flyers and going to different locations. I'm more of an introvert. The idea of passing these out, it freaks me out. My anxiety has been better since being on the Hempworx, but I still have a ways to go. I just realized, I think it was yesterday, I'm not even taking the prescribed serving size. I had to remember serving size because it's a food, not a supplement. But the recommended serving size is 20 drops or a full dropper twice a day. I was taking maybe half that. And so for the last month, I'm like, I don't understand why this isn't working. Is it going to be a gimmick? It's not. And I have managed now to take it 2 days in a row, and I'm still increasing because everybody's body is made different, just like everybody needs a different diet for their body, their DNA, requires different nutrition. Same with the oil, everybody's going to have a different dose. The dog only takes a couple drops, or else she kind of looks stoned, even though it's not supposed to do that. I guess for a dog, it's the physiology is different. My mom, she takes about 7 droppers a day because that's what it takes to keep her chronic pain at bay. Me, I haven't found that sweet spot yet. I have for some things, like my headaches, totally better than they were before. I still get them. Like right now, I've got the sinus headache because I've got an infection in my nose, and so it causes a sinus headache. It's a little different than my pseudotumor headache. My pseudotumor headache, it would be like a sinus headache, tension headache, and a migraine rolled into one, and kind of like have someone hit you in the head a few times on top of it. That's kind of how it feels 24/7. Now, since being on the Hempworx oil, I started in December, so I've been on it at like a full month now. Even not taking the recommended serving, I'm really tired. The recommended serving, even not taking that, I'm still seeing, 70% reduction in my headaches and the amount of days that I have them. There's a lot that can be said for what this oil can do, and if it's doing that at just the minimal amount, I can't imagine what I'm gonna feel like when I actually get the full dose in my system. I keep saying dose, but it's not a medication. It's not a supplement. It's a food product. Just like if you were to go to the store and pick up chia seed oil for your health. This is like taking that. It's a food. It's something our bodies already have, and we are going to handle them. Honey. So that's my post for the night. I will try to post at least twice a day. Probably floor food. I will try to be posting twice a day, as you can see, being a mom and trying to work and do a full-time student thing. It gets busy, a lot of traffic. I look forward to keeping in touch with everyone. If you have questions, post them in the comments. If you have anything mean to say, post them in the comments because it's normal. But I won't be taking them to heart.